he's supposed to pay rent for the previous month. I said, where did you get that idea from? Have you ever rented before?
Did I have a question? Did you hear me ask a question?
Why should I pay to be
You
direct?
guys are like, this is like a divorce. You guys just need to be away from each other. Reza Rajabi versus Vance Wicks.
For you.
Consider answer.
State your name.
Tina Rajabi.
Reza Raja.
Vance Wicks.
All right, you may be seated. All right, this is date and time set for a trial. A non-payment of rent case. How much are you claiming is owed?
How much am I paying? $7,322.29.
How much is the monthly rent?
1,200.
And sir, do you agree as to the amount of the monthly that it's 1,200?
Between me and Tina.
Pardon?
Tina Rajabi. I had a contract with her.
I didn't ask you that. 1,200. Is there a written lease?
May I speak?
Okay, look, guys, I'm going to tell you what. I'm not going, I will get up and walk out and set it on a date, and you guys will get a date by mail. I'm not going through this again with you guys. I'm just not doing it. I ask a question. I just need an answer to my question. Is there a written lease?
At this point, no.
Yes, this. Was there ever a written lease?
Yes, there was. Yes.
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 You agree that there was a written lease?
Between what parties? I don't.
Do you understand my question? You speak English.
Yes, I do.
Was there ever a written lease?
Yes.
Does anyone have a copy of that lease?
Your Honor, on September 5th. Okay, no.
Do you have a copy of the lease? So no one has a copy of this written lease that was. Is that right? Ma'am, you don't have a copy? What are the months that you're claiming were not paid?
December, January, February, and March.
Okay. When I add up, well, let me ask you this. Listen very closely to my question. Did you pay rent in December?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. You pay rent in January,
I did have offset receipt.
but you're saying you paid it, but no receipt.
Yeah. Well, he gave me a receipt saying advance for the last 2 weeks. And without even a signature on it, it just progressively got worse.
Pay February.
No, sir.
Did not pay March.
No, sir.
Going back to you. If I count those 4 months, I get $4,800. What, explain to me the difference between the $7,322 that you say is owed and the $4,800, which would constitute the rent.
Okay. After I turned that in, I went home again because this is the 4th time that we are coming. And I looked at all the papers and I realized that I had missed some of the items that I was.
On January 23rd, you filed a complaint and you indicated that his rental rate is $600 every 2 weeks. But then under 5C of the complaint, you said his rent is paid through December.
Your Honor, for the month of December, he paid me $600 and he was supposed to owe me another $600 for the month of December. And then
Then why didn't your complaint say that?
I thought, we are supposed to elaborate on that.
What do you mean elaborate on that?
Because, Your Honor, when I went to his place to discuss the rent issue, he told me
I'm not asking all of that. Your complaint says he's paid through December.
I want to show him.
I'll show you my,
I'm sorry,
no, I appreciate it.
because I'm not sure if he understood saying.
Paragraph 5C.
And that was filed on December.
No, it was filed January, well, signed January 23rd, 2026. Our court stamp date not filed until February 19th.
Your Honor, please. He was supposed to pay me 1,200. What he did was, paid me was 600, and then when he got disagreed with me, I asked him, what is it that you-" he says, pay my rent back, and I am going to move out. And I said, when are you going to move out? He says, tomorrow. I said, okay. I went to the porch with the money in my hand. It was in the hallway. I was on the porch. He gets the money, and then he shut the door on me. I called the Tenant Police Department, and they told me this is a civil matter, and if you are not hurt, if he hasn't hurt you, he hasn't hit you, there is nothing that we can do. You can ask him that, please.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Your complaint says he's paid through December.
That's understood, Your Honor.
Your Honor, on December 1st, when he paid, was not for the entire month of December. He was supposed to pay every 2 weeks. Okay, my daughter is saying paperwork is paperwork. Okay,
It's paperwork you filled out and signed. It's not just paperwork. You filled it out. That's what you put down. That's what you signed.
I thought maybe when you come to court, we can explain, I can explain to you how he paid me the rent and then he took it back. I made a mistake. What I should have done, I should have asked him to give me the receipt and then I'll pay him the money. I did it.
You done thinking out loud? Because I didn't hear any of that.
It's okay.
So they're clearly, you're indicating that you have a receipt for December, but you don't have a receipt for January. How did you normally pay your rent?
When I was dealing with Tina, we did it either Cash App or Zelle, and everything was recorded. Everything was actually perfect. I actually consider her a good friend.
Okay, I didn't ask you all that.
So,
How did you normally pay your rent?
yeah, Cash App or Zelle. I think I gave her cash a couple times.
January rent, how did you pay that?
January was the last time I paid $600, and that receipt was on a piece of paper saying absolutely
Okay, but how did you pay it?
cash.
And who'd you give the cash to?
We had a Teresa. You know, you don't want to hear how right.
Who'd you give it to?
Grace.
Okay.
She had all but washed her hands with the whole situation by then.
Your Honor,
Hang on one quick second. Did you pay him 2 times in the month of January?
No, only once.
So you only paid him 6 months, $600. But that only gets you through 2 weeks.
It was the receipt that I received that let me know that he was not going to play fair. That I tried for months going.
It doesn't, you paid him in January $600.
Yes.
Okay, your monthly rent, effective monthly rent is $1,200. So you only paid $600 for January. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to argue that in previous hearing, he said that he did not pay January rent. That he paid 600 in December. And I had asked you to.
No, I remember.
Okay,
I have a very good memory.
Your Honor, would you please take a look at his receipt, the last receipt that he received? It says specifically rent for the previous 2 weeks, because he has some idea, I don't know what he got that idea from, that he's not supposed to pay rent for when he's not living there. He's supposed to pay rent for the previous month. I said, where did you get that idea from? Have you ever rented before?
Did I have a question? Did you hear me ask a question? Sir?
No,
Then why were you talking? So the only thing that the parties are in agreement on is that February and March rent has never been paid.
Absolutely.
And then there's a dispute as to whether or not the 600 that for January, either 600 or nothing was paid. Sir, do you remember telling me that you hadn't paid anything for January? Be real careful before you answer.
Right. My recollection,
This is not Washington. Do you remember telling me?
I thought I said,
You want me to pull the tape?
I mean, you can't want to.
Oh, I know what I can do. Do you remember telling?
If I said that, and then that's correct.
So, and here's the funny thing. Here's the reality of that. You didn't pay January. The 600, whatever happened between you two in December happened between you two. And it's going to be a bit difficult to figure out. But you said he paid through December. You're really, oddly, both saying the same thing and have told this court the same thing. There are 3 months that haven't been paid. It is really as simple as that. But you guys keep talking past each other, so much so that you don't even listen to what you're saying. If you say one thing, he's going to disagree. If you say something, he's disagreeing. That's all that's happening. So effectively, both parties have agreed there's $3,600 in rent that's owed through March. What do you mean, at least?
Well, we agree on that amount, but we disagree that we believe that there's also the 600 in December.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Signed up pleading to me under oath saying he paid through December.
In several of his paperwork, he wrote down returned December 600. It still wouldn't.
Who wrote that?
My dad on his itemized Reza on his itemized expenses that we're asking for. So it still does not explain the paid through December no 5 cents.
Absolutely, especially when it's very clear that that might make some sense
Yeah,
if rent were paid on a monthly basis, but it wasn't. It was paid every 2 weeks, and he says it's paid through December.
yeah, I understand.
Stuck with it, quite frankly.
Okay.
This is a non. Yes.
Your Honor, every time that he paid the rent, he insisted on getting receipts, and I gave him the receipts. It is the time to show the court the receipts. That's what I'm saying. True, it is true that I put in my complaint paid through December. But if he paid through December, this is the time that he should give us or show the court the receipt. That's all I'm saying.
Why does he have to show a receipt for a period in time at which you admit he paid rent?
I'll say that in the computing how much he paid or not paid, I made a gross mistake. And also, if you look at the last receipt that he has in his hand, it says paid rent for the previous 2 weeks, because that's how he wanted to pay rent. He says, I haven't lived here. Why should I pay you rent for when I'm not living here yet? That was his argument. If I'm not here yet, maybe I will drop dead tomorrow. Why should I pay you rent for the next 2 weeks?
Why haven't you paid the rent?
Are you asking me that question, sir?
I am.
Reason being, if I was constantly harassed by this person, yeah, I mean, every day walking up to my car in the mornings. I don't want, every time it seems like I go into detail or shut down, so I don't want to. All I can say is, I'm a very.
Did you call the police on
Yes, I absolutely did.
Did you?
Yes,
You had the reports?
yes.
You have them with you?
I reached in my wallet,
Yeah. You have the actual report?
have the report number with the deputies. Information on it. He gave me a personal email to
It's not-
The deputy? What department is this?
City of Ypsilanti.
Yeah, okay. But you don't have a report.
Here's the report number right here.
Okay, but,
She told me to keep this on me no matter what.
okay. But I don't have a report. So I have no idea what that report said.
And I don't have it with me. She definitely took the report though. I was,
Any other reason you didn't pay rent?
yes, I had a contract with her, which was going great, never missed anything, never was late. And I asked her again and again and again, please set this guy up for Zoe so I can be accountable for my rent if I was getting these type of receipts.
So, hold on. That's fine. But that would mean if they didn't do that, that you have the $3,600 in rent. Do you have it? Why not?
The electric got turned off and had to find another place.
Have you
All my
moved?
belongings are there, so I haven't had a chance to, get all.
Have you moved?
Yeah. Oh, my belongings are there. I don't have nowhere to put them yet, so I'm in the process of getting rid of them.
But you're not living there.
No, my stuff is still there though. These guys harass me non-stop. Like, that's why I stopped paying the rent. I read my renter's rights in the Michigan law and clearly stated that he can't behave that way. And this harassment is downright stalking. This person came up to my car window first thing in the morning. And as I'm not trying to deal with it, I'm on my way to work. Go to shut my door, he stands in there and holds my door open. Clearly stated to me, this is my house. I don't need to give you warning. I'll come up here anytime I want.
How soon can you get your property out?
Sorry.
How soon can you get your property out?
I don't have anywhere to put it, just need some reasonable time. Say
How soon can you get your property out?
30 days, please.
What kind of property are we moving?
My furniture, and I just don't have anywhere to put it yet.
You're gonna have to find some place to store it. Because at best, I'm just gonna let you know, at best in this case, you're gonna owe $3,600 the way I look at it. They may not be happy with that number, but that's what I'm seeing here in terms of what rent is shown to me is owed.
Can I ask one?
And then,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
and if I make that order right now, you're either gonna have to pay them $3,600 or you're gonna have to move out in 10 days. What's your question?
My question is, why should I pay to a person that we don't have a contract with? I had a contract with Tina. I don't know if it's admissible in your phone, but yeah, I took a picture of our contract. And
I don't think anybody here is disputing. It wouldn't matter to me whether you pay it to her or you pay it to him, frankly. I don't have it, right? I mean, if I said pay $3,600 to leave, you don't have it, right?
sorry,
So why am I going around with this hypothetical about paying it here or paying it there? You're in the house that you rented. You haven't paid it. You're saying that you didn't have a contract with him, but at some point you paid him, right?
yes, sir.
So you had some kind of arrangement in that regard. It is disingenuous to come back and say, gee, it's with Tina, it's not with him, when you acted in a manner in which you understood you were paying him. Terms didn't change, nothing changed, you just were paying him.
Like I was stating before, just harassed so much that Why should I pay to be
You
correct?
guys are like, this is like a divorce. You guys just need to be away from each other. So how much time reasonably do you need to get your property out? You can't just let it sit. If you found another place to live, you can't just hold up the property by saying, I don't have someplace to put my stuff. If you're not there, then just move. And you find some storage place or something to put your stuff.
Very, that's what I like to do. I just need to get to my next pay period. I get paid bi-weekly, so I'm absolutely broke.
When is the next pay period?
Not this Friday, but the following one.
Can
This Friday would be the what, the 6th?
you provide a pay stub to?
Just, no, I'm not. You guys, I'm not here invested in your lives that much. I really am not. I've got a very simple issue in front of me. If he's telling me he gets paid bi-weekly, fine. He either does or doesn't. Do you get paid on the 10th? Anybody, anything else you want to tell me before I render my ruling? Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if he doesn't move by April 1st, which is a couple days from now, that's 1 month rent that I'm losing. That is another 1 month rent. My place is an apartment. It is not a storage unit. He can move his stuff into a storage unit for $80 a day. I mean, a month. $80. So why isn't he using his intelligence to say?
No, you're not going to start insulting people.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You purposely said that just to try to insult him. I'm
I
dead.
think that was his intent, Your Honor. May I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I understand you're taking into consideration when he gets paid again, but again, with the understanding that he has not paid rent for 3 months, I believe he should have funds.
Okay,
And
let me stop you.
All
Because
right.
if I enter a judgment today, then he gets at least 10 days, which would get him to the 9th.
Okay,
All right.
what happened?
And then on that day, you got to file more paperwork, and he's not going to be out before that time anyway.
So it's not, I'm sorry, what's the word? So we can't take ownership on that day. We can't do rent and dominion.
You mean do self-help to move him out? No.
That's not what he mentioned.
No, I don't know what that is. I'm asking for,
Directions, I think. What are we supposed to do with after 10 days? Is still.
no, I'm asking if you could do a judgment if in that 10 days, like that we don't have to come back to court if he's not out. Like that it's just he needs to be out.
Dear God.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I'm going to explain this because the last thing I want to have happen is that you guys enter into what's called self-help and enter those premises before you're entitled to do so. When I finish my ruling, there will be a judgment. On that judgment, under paragraph 4A, it will give him a specific period in time at which either to pay the $3,600 or vacate the premises. All right. If he does not vacate on that date, you can't go in there and just take his property out. You have to then file what's called an order for eviction. You have to bring that to the court, pay $15, wait for my signature on it, and then once I sign it, it then goes to the sheriff's department or one of our other court officers. And if he still doesn't have his property out, then at that point they come and you can move the property out. That's how it happens. So if for whatever reason this comes back to me and you guys have moved property out, I'm going to warn you, the record here reflects I've explained to you in detail what the process is.
Oh, yeah, no, that's understood. Appreciate it.
Anything else you want to tell?
Other expenses that I have put given quote, like for example, that I paid $45 for somebody to give him the paperwork. he wouldn't be here, he didn't receive this.
You filed a fee waiver.
Oh, I got it. I got it. But I still had to pay. There's a person who did it, he wouldn't do it for free,
How much did you pay?
$45.
What else you want to tell me?
The plunger that he broke, I gave it to him, that plunger, I didn't give him broken plunger. And it cost me $16.94. Your Honor, I was on the flat roof of my house the other day.
I'm not there. I'm not giving you money for a plunger.
The last time that he was here,
I am not giving you money for a plunger.
Okay, let's go with the plumbing snake. He said that he had returned my snake. The snake is no use to him. It's useful for me as a man. Why doesn't he give it to me? Did I make a mistake giving it to him? I didn't give it to him forever. I gave it to him as a loaner. He said that he gave it to me. I was on the flat roof to check the leak with a roofer, and I saw through the window I saw my snake in his apartment, and he's telling me that he has already given it.
You have the snake and it's just someplace that you haven't seen it. When you move your property out, leave the snake. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Anything else? Anything from this side?
I would just. I'm not used to this, man. I would just like to say one thing,
I'm not man, it's judge, but thank you.
Judge. I've already stated therapy for a while. When all this started happening with this fellow and non-stop harassment, I thought I was within my rights to not pay to be harassed. And it's criminal. He came in here with a trash bag with my garbage in it. I wasn't making this stuff up. My therapist would be more than happy to come in court and say what I'm here for. But that's exactly why. And I thought that I didn't have a contract with him. And it's not easy for us to be able to find a place in background checks and everything like that. I had a past, which I have turned completely around. I now have a career and I've all but beaten the odds of people in my position. There's no way to get over all the nights I stayed up all night thinking this person is going to enter while I'm sleeping or something. So yeah, I was under heavy stress, man. Judge, sorry. I just think that was important. I thought I had rights too. And that person, nobody can come and invade your privacy and violate your rights so clearly. I have a copy of the law right here. Renters' rights too, and that's why I didn't pay, sir. And if I had 10 days or paid $3,600, I'd take the 10 days and do everything in my power to get my belongings out and let them move on with their lives. And Chuck says complete loss. And what it is truly disturbing that I've always had to be accountable and stand up to the consequences for all my actions my whole life. And this person is able to criminally do this over and over again. It really bothers me. That's all I have to say, sir.
Anything else in the plaintiff since it's your burden, briefly?
Your Honor, 2 weeks ago, he called.
Don't point at anybody.
He called the police on me saying that I was in his apartment. So I told the police officer, he has told me that he has cameras in his apartment. Would you please ask him to show me?
No, I am not going to ask him to do that. For what reason am I going to ask him to do that?
I haven't harassed.
Why? Okay. He's saying you're harassed. He was harassed. You're saying you didn't do it. You both have had your say. After hearing all of the testimony in this case, it's judgment of the court. I'll award judgment to the plaintiff for possession Redemption amount is $3,600 plus 45 in cost, for a total of $3,645. Defendant will have until April 9th. I'm just gonna extend the one date. I'm gonna make it April 10th. Says he gets paid to either pay that amount or vacate the premises.
That's fine.
Yes,
It's right on the 10th, the day I get paid. I mean, I've worked that day. I don't get off till 5. There's no power up there. I can't see anything. Can you give me 3 days beyond that so I have the
I'm
weekend?
not gonna give you 3 days because see, they can't do anything till midnight. Here's the practical realities.
Okay.
They can't come down on the 10th and do anything. They're gonna have to wait effectively really to the 13th of that Monday in any event. That's why I didn't give you the 13th, because if I gave you the 13th, then it was gonna be the 14th before they'd be able to do anything.
Understood.
You guys have any questions regarding that?
If he plans on paying, how does he plan to pay that?
I have no idea. Okay, if you plan on paying it, let's say you plan on paying the $3,645. I'm gonna order that paid into the court because you guys shouldn't have any contact with each other. You understand that? And you can put that on the judgment that I've ordered it paid into the court if he's gonna pay, if he's gonna redeem the lease.
Okay.
Anything further from either side?
Well, thank you.
You'll need to fill out a judgment form and submit it to the court for my signature. Thank you.
We weren't even eating because he had us working and he wasn't paying us. So if we weren't getting the cash daily, we weren't even allowed to eat.
Give this notice to vacate.
Through coming to the court and filing an eviction, but I also messaged her on March 7th by text, asking her and him to remove their stuff from the property, that the cleanup crew was coming in to clean up. Hector Guerrero from City Code has came in and has threatened to fine me $25,000 because there's a homeless camp running there. My husband allowed them to have access to the property sometime, I'm thinking about August to October. I did not find out they were there until the end of December because of the electricity. My husband.
Why did your husband allow them to go? Do you
They were
you know
supposed to be
these people?
No, they were supposed to be helping him do work out there. I did not find out. My husband abandoned me January 2nd. With that, I went out to the property and I seen that there was like trash piles or what have you. I asked what happened. She said that my husband took the tractor and spreaded this trash everywhere. But over time, I have pictures. My $75,000 RV is stripped to nothing. They're still trying to get the rest of the aluminum off of it. My $1,500 shed is gone. They're trying to take my grandbaby's play gym right now. There's more and more trash. We went out there this last weekend. There's 5 more camp setups that the cops noticed. So now it's turning into a homeless camp. I have tried to be nice. She has always told me, just let me know when you want me to leave, I'll leave, but they're not leaving. And we're out there trying to work hard. You can ask Hector from the City Code. We're out there cutting trees. We're out there cleaning it up. We're out there active every weekend. And it just seems like it's more and more, and it's causing me a lot of distress because that's a lot more money that's about to be paid. I can't do it no more. And there I keep, every time I go out there, have you seen the devastation to my RV? Every time I go out there, there's something new and I'm tired of hearing, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. And I just can't. I just want to lock up my property and get it cleaned.
We're
I'm
in
not
court. We're in court.
We're having court, dude.
See,
We're-
there's more and more people out there, Your Honor. And the cops are ready for me to lock it up. And they've told me I had to put the no trespassing signs. And the city of San Antonio is giving me time to get it cleaned up as long as I'm out there every weekend.
So
I'm not asking for any money. I just
understand.
asking for them. I'm not asking for any money. I just
understand.
asking for them to leave and quit tearing more and more up.
Did you go out there and hand deliver and talk to them about them leaving?
I did it by text because she's always told me to let them know. So I did it by text form. I can show you the text. But the only thing that was delivered was the eviction notice that I filed. They were served. They did receive that because they went over to Mr. and Mrs. Malvin's and told them they had till April 7th.
The text is good enough. That's the problem.
Eviction to Kristen.
I understand what you're saying, and I feel your anxiety and your pain and your loss and your all this destruction. I'm just, the text isn't noticed in the court unless you get alternate service or it's in a lease, and I know you don't have a lease with them. I understand. It has to be sent by mail. It has to be put like on the fence where they come in and out. That's what I was asking you. Did they
Your
have
Honor,
it any other way?
the sheriff came
I
out.
know the sheriff did, but before the sheriff comes out, there has to be a 3-day notice to vacate.
No, when I came in, they just told me to follow the eviction notice. So with that, it was a 30-day, it's a 30-day eviction notice to vacate by April 7th.
But before the constable, did you give them any kind of notice? Like put it on the gate where they have to go in and out for everybody to see, or put it on each tent for everybody to see?
Your Honor, the sheriff came out on Wilt and personally talked to Kristen and gave her in her hand the notice.
Yes, this notice,
Mhm.
but I'm saying a notice before that.
No, Your Honor.
Your
I
Honor,
didn't.
Yes. Are
Yes,
y'all
Your
gonna
Honor.
leave? When are y'all leaving?
So we actually have a month-to-month lease. There's not a homeless camp there.
Yes, you lied about it.
That is a complete false lie. I have everything in text message. We were doing work for her husband, and her husband, I guess, ended up relapsing on drugs and ended up leaving her, and he wasn't even paying us. So he had us from sunup to sundown working for him. He was supposed to pay us cash daily. We weren't even eating because he had us working and he wasn't paying us. So if we weren't getting the cash daily, we weren't even allowed to eat. So
That's
we
not
actually,
true.
this thing we have living Smith Tammy property. We were working
Okay.
for him.
Yeah, she's a liar now.
In regards to the destruction of the RV and things like that, this property has been known in the neighborhood for nobody to be there, and it's sitting there. It's a gold mine for people to go there. So when we are gone and the gate is locked, they are cutting
You'll
the wire
never leave.
down there. They are
You'll never
taking
leave
things
that
out.
property.
We leave all the time. We lock it all the time.
Tammy,
Okay.
you're a liar.
Can I
Yeah.
like that for you?
I don't give a fuck. She's a lying ass bitch. And she fucked
Okay,
goddamn
all
well
right,
knows.
you need
I'm
to.
sorry.
This is why I.
There's
We're not
definitely an
just-
issue here. All right,
And we
there's
agree.
definitely an issue. So. Oh, God.
We are
It's a
honoring
mess.
the notice. We're honoring the 30-day notice. That's not a problem. I've always been cordial with Tammy and said that we would do that. So when
Okay, so hold on. So when are you moving out?
we will actually be out before April 7th. We were just requesting that the
Yeah.
eviction not be on our record because we are agreeing to move out of the property. There was no need for an eviction.
Okay,
We agreed to the.
you and everybody else are moving out of that property? Everybody's
Oh,
moving.
it's me and my husband. There is nobody else. We live in the shed.
That's
We live
the.
in the shed because they cut off our utilities. We had a month-to-month lease with her husband, which I have in text. We had utilities. Miss Tammy called on 12/29 and they disconnected our water and electricity. And I didn't even file for a writ of restoration or ask for the $500 upfront or damages in regards to our food spoiling and everything else.
Okay,
Because we were working with.
so if I reset this until the 7th, y'all are going to be gone, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. We've even offered to help clean up the property. We can't
Okay.
dispose of.
What I'm going to do is reset this for the 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to take it as you know that you have a notice from today.
Yes.
In person, in court, that you know that you have more than 3 days to move. It's the 7th, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna write that in the notes that you do have notice that you are to move. She gave you more than 3-day notice. She gave you a 30-day notice. So in court, you do know that you have until the 7th, which is 7 days to move, correct?
She didn't give us 30-day notice. She actually
it.
didn't. On the 7th of March, she asked us to remove our belongings because she didn't want them to get thrown away when they were cleaning the property. She never asked us to actually move until March 10th, the day that we were served, or March 9th, the day before we were served with an eviction.
Okay. So you know, but I'm saying from today, I'm resetting this case until April 7th. And so you know that you have 7 days to move out of the property. Correct?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And this is an agreed move out, correct? It should not be an eviction.
If you move out, it will not be an eviction. I want you to move out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have 7 days to move out. So it's going to be reset until
Okay.
April 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
What time, Marissa? Because it's going to be hard to, or I guess, do y'all have an email where we can email you the court date? Miss Kristen?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that
Do
one
you
more
have
time, Your Honor?
Yes, do you have an email?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Can you put it in the chat and give it to Marissa, the clerk?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see where it says chat?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
If you can put your email in the chat, then we will send you the email of the next court date at the time. It's Tuesday at the same time. Okay, it's reset next Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Okay, next Tuesday. Yes, ma'am.
Next Tuesday at 9 a.m. But if you put your email in the chat, we'll send it to you right now. So that way you'll have it. And I'm going to
Yes,
put on
ma'am.
here that you have notice. Notice to move on or before April 7th. Okay. And you all can. Mhm.
It's technique, or just because me and Miss Widener have generally communicated through text message or over the phone, and I'm okay with acknowledging that because that's just what works for her and what works for me. She has a busy schedule. When we do vacate the property, is it okay if I go ahead and text her that this is the day that we went ahead and moved out, so she's aware, so she can do what she needs to do and cleaning it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to put this on here. Also in the judge's notes that you acknowledge that the plaintiff and the defendant acknowledge all communication via text message.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So please just move by the 7th and you won't have anything on your record. Okay.
Ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Good luck to you.
So the safe team was prepared to go in on the 7th that morning. So I come to court first before they go out there?
You can do it via Zoom out there if you want. You want to get the Zoom information so you can be out there with them and you can just be on your phone.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Okay. And if they're gone, then just let me know that they've moved and we'll just non-suit it.
Okay,
That's it.
because they're prepared, city code is prepared, the safe team at the Bear County is prepared. They're all going out there on the 7th. So
Okay, so Kristen, did you hear that? On the 7th in the morning, the team is coming out there, City of San Antonio, to work. So y'all really need to be out by
all the homeless.
they're going to remove everybody. So you need to make sure
Yes,
you're
if
out
you
of there
need-
by the 6th in the evening, I guess, before the morning. Okay.
My husband, and we were told by the city that they were going to have outreach come and speak with us and help us
They did 3
transition
times.
until we went out on the street, but nobody has ever come and even contacted us. And actually, so we were
I don't know. Well,
ready
they're coming on the 7th at
Right.
9 o'clock in the morning. So whoever wants to talk to them and get resources needs to be there to talk to them. Okay. And then they are going to move y'all out. All right. So you need to be out by the 7th, and then 7th at 9 in the morning, they'll be there if you want to talk to them.
I can ask Hector to send another team out there before then.
And
We've
she
already
said
done
that she said
resources.
she said she would have Hector send another team out to talk to y'all to see if y'all can get some resources or something before then. Okay?
Spoke to the manager of outreach. We have the resources. That's why we're moving sooner.
Okay. Well, just so you know, you need to be out by the 7th, and that they will be there on the 7th, and she's going to send someone else to help you all with resources. All right? So good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck, team.
Appreciate it.